A Georgia lawmaker has been urged to resign after using racial slurs and dropping his pants and showing his bare naked ass on a TV show. I don't know if you guys are watching that new Sacha Baron Cohen show, but it's so good. It makes fun of America in a way that Weird AF News can't even hold a candle to. I wish I had a meeting with Sacha before he did all this, because I could just send him to Florida. He could have got all his stories from down there. Sacha Baron Cohen, hilarious comedian that is a real inspiration for me, especially when you think America is as crazy as I do, which is obviously as crazy as he thinks it is, and he's showing you. It's great. Oh man. So on the eve of a testy runoff vote, Georgia political leaders and candidates united Monday to condemn a Republican state lawmaker who exposed himself and yelled racial slurs during an episode of Sacha Baron Cohen's Showtime series. House Speaker David Ralston urged this legislator by the name of State Rep Jason Spencer. That's the name of the guy who dropped his pants and said crazy shit. If you haven't seen the clip, just go. I mean, I'll put a link to it in the YouTube description. But just Google that. It's worth watching. It's about 4.5 minutes long. He was on a show called Who is America, which is Sacha Baron Cohen's new show. It's on Showtime, and his episode was episode 2. It aired Sunday night, and the episode featured Mr. Spencer scampering around a gym with his pants pulled down, yelling the N-word and other things. I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad. So the next day, Spencer apologized for the, quote, ridiculously ugly episode, but he refuses to step down. So they've asked him to step down, but he won't step down because he's delusional. When you see him behave that way, you could just tell, oh, this is the behavior of a crazy person who doesn't obviously think he did anything wrong. He claims that Sacha Baron Cohen and his associates took advantage of my paralyzing fear that my family would be attacked. Okay, yeah. In other words, Sacha Baron Cohen, what I think happened was said, will you please be in my anti-terrorist video? So, okay. Here's a fellow who's like, yeah, you know what, I hate terrorism, and I have some opinions on it, and let me express those on camera. And you should have thought. I mean, don't these people have, I don't know, managers, these politicians, that tell them, when to shut the hell up? What appearances to make and what appearances not to make, because these people put their foot in their mouth so often. I think they're just left on their own devices, which is crazy, because some of them just have messed up brains, and you turn the camera on them and you never know what you're going to get. I mean, it's outrageous. Believe me, I'm thankful. I mean, I'm sad that these are the people that make important decisions for the rest of us, but like from an entertainment standpoint, I'm very, very pleased. So in the episode, Sacha Baron Cohen portrays himself as an Israeli military expert, and he's at the gym persuading Mr. Spencer to take part in what he was told was a counter-terrorism video. Cohen gets Spencer to yell racial epithets, make offensive remarks about Chinese tourists, and pull down his pants and shimmy his naked buttocks toward purported attackers while yelling USA and America. He was told these tactics would ward off homophobic militants. Well, this isn't completely true, because some of this stuff Sacha Baron Cohen got him to do, but then other things that he was clearly doing on his own. When Sacha Baron Cohen tells him to, at one point he goes, pretend you're a Chinese tourist, and Spencer just goes off on like saying these, like mimicking Chinese language, but saying like really, just saying like the most inappropriate shit. Like it was really like, it was wild, man. It was wild. And that obviously wasn't, Sacha Baron Cohen never told him to do that. Later in the episode, he tells him to use, it's funny, he tells him to come at him and yell the N-word, and then the guy comes at him Jason comes at him yelling the actual N-word, and then Sacha Baron Cohen says, he goes, what are you doing? The N-word is noni. I don't know what that word is. It's disgusting. You gotta see the clip. It's great. It makes for weird news, and it highlights how weird and irresponsible and, devious, and you could argue somewhat evil our politicians are, which I'm pretty sure we all are aware that that's what's going on in the world of politics on some level, but, it's just really sad and alarming to see it played out on camera like that. I'm glad it is, though. So anyways, Mr. Spencer made a statement, said he's received death threats, etc., etc. He's very afraid for the safety of his entire family. And Sacha Baron Cohen, he said, and his associates took advantage of my fear that I've had over the years as being a politician. Because apparently he's been attacked as a politician because he's done some really dumb things in the past. So he kind of is deserving of being attacked when you see the things that he's done in his political career. But I feel bad that anyone's family's threatened. I mean, that's just crossing the line. I mean, the kids, that's just a shame that they just happen to be born to an idiot. It's not their fault. So he said that Sacha Baron Cohen took advantage of him in posing as an Israeli agent. He pretended to offer self-defense exercises. As uncomfortable as I was to participate, I agreed to, understanding that these techniques were meant to help me and others fend off what I believe was an inevitable attack. He's a little bit more jubilant about what's going on. He's really into it. I think he's sort of pulling back in his statement, saying that he was played like a puppet. But when you watch it, you can tell he's not completely a puppet, okay? Some of that he's coming up with on his own. And if someone plays you like a puppet and they get you to pull your pants down to a bare ass, I mean, that's where you draw the line. You're like, okay, no one has that much power, okay, to make you pull your pants down to your bare ass. At some point, you should have said, hey, I'm a professional, I'm a public servant, okay? I can't be pulling my pants down on a TV show, okay? He never said that, obviously. He did those things. What does that say about his character? I mean, you be the judge. But actually, not only you be the judge, but call into Weird AF News and tell me what you think about that. Watch the clip. I think it's fantastic, and weigh in on that. Maybe you live in Georgia and he's representing you. Good luck with your policies. I'm just kidding. I love everybody. Mostly. Except for people in Florida. I'm kidding. I love people in Florida too. I'm afraid of you, but I love you.